Namaste. Thank you for coming to our slow flow class today. Today we're going to get started in a nice easy seated pose, just allowing yourself to settle into your mat, connecting with the earth, elongating through your torso, connecting with the skies above. I invite you to close your eyes if you wish. And just begin to settle. We're going to begin by bringing our hands into Garuda Mudra or Eagle Mudra. Take your thumbs, interlock them, palms face your chest, and place your palms on your chest. Fingers are widely spread like the wings of an eagle. Garuda Mudra. Garuda Mudra. We invoke this mudra to calm the air within our bodies, our Vata, our air. And just like an eagle is able to soar when the air is right, so too when our breath and the air within our body is balanced, we feel invigorated and energized. So Garuda Mudra helps to balance our breath so that we don't breathe too rapidly or we don't breathe too shallow. So just find yourself begin to settle, observing your breath, not trying to change anything at this particular moment. Just noticing, allowing your eyes to settle, your thoughts to settle, all your facial muscles to relax. And just keep on drawing your senses inwards. Allowing everything to calm, bringing all your attention into this moment. You've made the time and effort to come to your mat this morning. Now allow yourself this time and space. Perhaps you'd like to set an intention or a sankalpa. Sankalpa is a vow, something that's got an emotional attachment to our heart. We make a vow to ourselves. Something that has deep, deep meaning to ourselves. And when you feel ready, on the exhale, open up your arms wide. Send that sankalpa, send your vow into the universe. And then on the inhale, draw all that universal energy back in towards your heart, helping to manifest our sankalpa. And at your own pace, inhale, opening up wide, sending our vow to the universe, allowing the universe to know what we hope for, and draw the universal energy back in towards our heart. Deep breaths, few more times at your own pace. Just making that connection with your inner consciousness and with the universal consciousness. Few more deep breaths here. One more big exhale and one more big inhale. Returning to center, let's make our way into our first table. Wrists are beneath our shoulders, knees are beneath our hips. And inhale into your cow, broadening through your chest, lifting your heart. And exhale into your cat, pushing away from the earth, tucking your chin, tucking your tail. And work your way through your cats and cows as you begin to synchronize your breath. Big, exaggerated movements. Just beginning to create the space our body needs. as much time as you wish. Just enjoy the feelings of your cats and cows. Always know you can bring any additional movement into it. Perhaps you'd like to take your hips all the way back. Maybe you'd like to sway your hips from side to side, rolling your ribs. Take 1 or 2 more breaths here. And when you feel content, let's all meet back in table. Inhaling, your arm closest to me, up towards the sky. Find that length and just sweep it under your arm. Inhaling it back up. Exhale, sweep. Twice more. Inhale, reach for the ceiling. Exhale, swoop it under. Last time we're going to inhale it up. And this time we're going to swoop it under, coming onto our shoulder and the side of our head. Option to take your leg furthest from me to the side, planting that sole down. Perhaps you'd like to take hold of that foot. Inhaling your arm furthest from me. Roll your top shoulder back, making the space in your chest. Then drape your arm behind your back, maybe taking hold of your inner thigh. Feeling that gentle twist from your navel, reaching around your side body, recreating space for our heart, for our lungs, allowing our Vata to be able to flow freely. Another breath or 2 here. And release. Inhaling your arm furthest from me to the ceiling. Return it to your mat. Other arm comes to the mat as does your knees. Taking you to the opposite side. Inhale your arm furthest from me. Reach for the ceiling. And just flow it under. Inhale. Each time opening up slightly more. And exhale, reach. Twice more. Inhale. And exhale. Last time, inhale. And this time we're going to reach it all the way through. Coming onto our shoulder and our cheek. Option to bring your leg closest to me, out to the side. Sole is flat. Perhaps you'd like to hold that leg or the foot, whichever feels best. Inhaling your arm closest to me. Roll your shoulder back, create space, and then drape it behind you. Maybe taking hold of your inner thigh. Deep breaths. Feeling that twist from your navel all the way up and around. Few deep breaths here. And release. Inhaling your arm closest to me towards the ceiling. Return your palm to the mat and unravel. Draw your legs in. Slide your arms forward, coming onto our bellies into Sphinx pose. Pressing into your pubic bone. We lengthen through our spine, rolling our shoulders back and down. Deep breath, broaden through your collarbones. And then gently allow your right ear to come towards your right shoulder. Feeling that stretch in your neck. And then lengthen through your left leg. And release, return to center. Allow your left ear to come towards your left shoulder and lengthen through your right leg. Return to center. One small on each side. Allow your right ear to draw towards your right shoulder and lengthen through your left leg. And release. Last time. Left ear to left shoulder and lengthen through your right leg. Returning to center. Draw your right arm under your left and walk your left all the way to the right. We're opening up our back body, our shoulders, always creating space for our heart and lungs. Curl your back toes, scoot your body forward, bringing your forehead to the mat. Breathe into your upper back. Find the stillness in the pose. You may want to turn your fingers further away if you feel your body is ready to open up slightly more. Another breath or two here. Deep breaths. And when you're ready, gently slide your arms back, returning to Sphinx. Taking it to the opposite side. Walk your left hand all the way to the right. Walk your right all the way to the left. Curl your back toes, scooch forward, forehead to mat. Breathe into your upper back. Feel the space you're creating for your heart, for your lungs. Deep breaths. Another breath or two here. And release. Slide your hands back in line with your ribs. And we're going to prepare for baby cobra. So on your inhale, lengthen through your spine, pubic bone pushes into your mat. And inhale your chest off the mat. Shoulders are rolled back and down, elbows are drawing towards each other. And release. And inhale, baby cobra. Finding that length through your spine and neck. Drawing your elbows towards each other. And release. And inhale, baby cobra. This time look over your right shoulder, bringing your right heel towards your right glute. And release. Inhale, baby cobra, find the length. Look over your left shoulder, drawing your left heel towards your bottom. And release. Once more each side. Inhale, baby cobra. Look over your shoulder, heel to bottom. Release. And last time to the opposite side. And release. Pushing through your hand, draw your navel toward your spine, slight bend to your knees, finding your tabletop. Opening up our wrists and our forearms. Turn your fingertips to face your knees. Perhaps this is enough for you. Or perhaps you'd like to gently start taking your bottom in the direction of your heels. Just gently sliding backwards and forwards. Feeling that beautiful stretch. If your palms come off the mat, you'll feel your fingers stretch as well. But only go to your own comfort level. We're still only warming up. And release. Turn your fingertips to face forward, curling your back toes. Let's make our way into our first down dog. Pedaling our feet, spreading our fingers, hips are lifted, belly scooped in and up. Draw your thighs towards the back of the room. Finding your breath, find your stillness. Beginning with our 4 rounds of sun salutation air. We're going to inhale up onto our toes, bending our knees, our gaze comes forward as we step or hop to the top of our mat. Inhale into your half lift, Ardha Uttasana. Shoulders are rolling down your back. We lengthen through our spine and crown. And then we exhale, Uttasana. Head hangs heavy. It's fine if there's a slight bend in your knees at this stage. And we arc our arms up, saluting the sun, gazing at our thumbs. Hands come down through heart center as we forward fold. We half lift, bending our knees, framing our feet. We step back into our plank. Slide forward, preparing to lower into Chaturanga. Modify by lowering your knees. Hug your arms in and slide into your up dog. Once again, our shoulders glide down our back, lifting our sternums. And then we return to our down dog. Find your breath, find your stillness. Inhaling up onto our toes. We bend our knees, we bring our gaze forward. We step or we hop to the top of our mat. We inhale into our half lift, Ardha Uttasana. We exhale, full forward fold. Arcing our arms up, saluting the sun, gazing at our thumbs. Hands come down through heart center as we forward fold. We half lift, bending our knees, framing our feet. We step back into our plank. Sliding forward, preparing for Chaturanga. We hug our arms in, lowering halfway. We slide into our up dog, opening up our chest. We meet in our down dog. 2 more rounds to go. Inhaling up onto our toes. We bend our knees, gaze comes forward as we step or hop to the top of our mat. We inhale into our half lift. We exhale into our full forward fold. Arcing our arms up, saluting the sun. Hands come down through heart center as we forward fold. We half lift. Bending our knees, framing our feet, we step back into plank. We slide forward, hug our arms in, Chaturanga. Slide into our up dog. And let's all meet in our down dog. Finding our stillness, finding our breath. On our next inhale, inhale your leg furthest from me, 3-legged dog. Lengthen, and then allow that foot to come behind your bottom, opening up your hips. Return to 3-legged dog. Draw that knee towards your forehead, then plant it between your hands. Preparing for low crescent lunge, lower your back knee, leaning into your hips, ankling you in a straight line, making any adjustments necessary, and inhale up into your low crescent lunge. Interlacing your fingers, bringing them behind your head. Draw your elbows back. We're not forcing, we're just allowing. Open up your chest. Deep breaths. And release. Returning your hands to the mat. Straighten your front leg, half split. Every inhale creates a little bit of length in your spine. Every exhale, release. Front foot is flexed. You may want to hold it. You may want to begin opening up your shoulders again, interlacing your fingers, beginning to work on our balance. And release. Frame your front foot, return your front foot to the ground, curling your back toes. Inhale, pyramid pose. Both your legs are straight, both feet face in the same direction. Find your length in your tabletop back, scoop your belly in and up, then hinge over that leg, drawing your torso down towards your mat. Inhale, find your length. And exhale, soften towards your extended leg. Bring a slight bend into your front knee. Lift your back leg up. Square your hips. Feel that energy traveling through that back heel, through your leg, spine, and if you wish, find your Virabhadrasana 3. And release. Back foot to mat, frame your front foot. Step back into your plank, preparing for Vinyasa. Lower into your Chaturanga. Slide up dog. And meet in your down dog. Pedaling it out. And then finding your stillness. Taking it to the opposite side. Inhale. Your leg furthest from me. My mistake. Inhale, your leg closest to me, three-legged dog. Square your hips, reach through those toes. Allow your foot to come behind your hip, opening up to your hips. Return to your three-legged dog. Draw that knee towards your forehead, and then plant it between your hands. Coming into low crescent lunge, we lower our back knee, leaning into our hips. We inhale our arms up, interlace our fingers behind our head, and we open up our chest. Few deep breaths here. And release. Bring our hands down, framing our front foot. Find half split. Straighten your front leg, flex your front foot, scooping our bellies in and up, we draw towards our extended leg. Option to stay as you are, or you may take your hands behind your back. Always knowing this is your practice, to do whatever feels good for you. You'll notice the different sides of your body may feel different. Just allow. And release. Plant your front foot down, curl your back toes, step it in just a bit, pyramid pose. On the inhale, we lengthen, scooping our bellies in and up, we draw towards our front leg. And again, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, release. Framing our front foot, bring a slight bend to our knee. Inhale your back leg up. Square your hips. Taking as much time as you need, and only if you wish, hands come off the mat. Virabhadrasana 3. And release. Frame your front foot. Find your plank if you wish to do Vinyasa, or just meet in our down dog. whichever feels good for you this morning. Find your stillness in your down dog. Finding your breath. Inhaling your leg closest to me, three-legged dog. Draw that knee towards your forehead, push away from the earth, and return to your three-legged dog. Draw your knee to the outside of your elbow, hover it there, hold. Your belly's hugged in, and return to your three-legged dog. Step it all the way through, planting it between your hands, preparing for high crescent lunge. Push down into your foot, straighten your back leg, and when you're ready, finding your high crescent lunge. Squaring your hips, hugging everything towards the midline. Bring your hand closest to me, to the mat, inside your foot. Drawing your raised arm, draw circles with that arm. Continuing to open up our shoulders. Big, big circles. 4 in the one direction, then reverse directions. 4 in the opposite direction. And release. Plant your hands on either side of your foot and inhale your arm closest to me, finding the twist. Reach your hand in this direction, up towards the ceiling, rolling that top, shoulder back and down. And release. Step back into your plank. Slide forward, lower chaturanga. Slide into your up dog. And meeting your down dog. Taking it to the opposite side. Inhale your leg furthest from me, three-legged dog. Draw that knee towards your forehead, pushing away from the earth, rounding through your upper back, and return to your three-legged dog. Draw your knee in, outside of your elbow, hover it there, and return to your three-legged dog. Drawing your knee towards your forehead, step it through, planting it between your hands. Preparing for high crescent lunge, straighten your back leg, ground down into your front foot. Inhale, high crescent lunge, finding your crescent lunge. Bring your hand furthest from you to the inside of your foot. Gaze follows your hand to the ceiling. And let's gently draw windmills with that arm. We're really concentrating on our shoulders, upper body today. 4 in this direction, and then reverse your direction, 4 in the opposite direction. Nice, big, sweeping movements. And release. Palm comes to the mat, and we take our hand, opposite hand up. Frame your front foot, step back into plank. Sliding forward, lower chaturanga. Slide into your up dog. And meeting your down dog. Pedal it out. And then find your stillness. Deep breath here. Inhaling your leg closest to me, three-legged dog. Bring it all the way through, plant it between your hands. Pivot your back foot, 45-degree angle, preparing for warrior one. And when you're ready, inhale up into your warrior one. Squaring your hips, pushing down to all 4 edges of your back foot. we find our warrior one. Take your arms behind you, interlace your fingers, roll your shoulders back and down, puffing out your chest. And then hinge into your humble warrior, allowing your head to come gently to the mat. Arms come further and further overhead. Find your stillness. And inhale all the way back up. Inhaling your arms, squaring your hips, bring your arms into eagle arms. Finding that eagle, Garuda. Draw your elbows away from your shoulders, fingertips are reached for the ceiling. Hinge forward. Come onto the balls of your back foot, and when you have your balance, draw that leg up. Finding an eagle warrior 3. Reach through your heel, reach through your fingertips. And release. Returning to your eagle warrior 1. And release. Frame your front foot. Step back into your plank. Slide forward. Lower chaturanga. Slide into your up dog. And let's meet in our down dog. Deep breaths. And find your stillness. Taking it to the opposite side. Inhale your leg furthest from me. 3-legged dog. Step it all the way through. Plant it between your hands. Pivot your back foot, 45-degree angle. Anchor down into your front foot. And when you're ready, inhale up into your warrior 1. Shoulders are rolling down your back. Spine is lengthened. We're hugging everything towards our midline, drawing our ribs towards each other. Taking our hands behind our back, we interlace our fingers, rolling our shoulders back and down, then puff out your chest. Thinking about creating space all the time. And when you feel ready, hinge forward. Head comes to the inside of your thigh, finding humble warrior. Head hangs heavy, releasing your neck, allowing those arms to come further and further overhead. Find your stillness in your humble warrior. Engaging your abdominals, draw back up into your warrior 1. Releasing our arms, bring the opposite arm under, finding eagle arms, Garandasana arms. Draw your elbows away from your shoulders, fingertips reach for the ceiling. Hinge from your waist, come onto the ball of your back foot, pushing away from the earth, finding your eagle warrior 3. Deep breath. And release. Returning to our eagle warrior 1. Nice back bend if you wish now. Finding your stillness. And release. Frame your front foot. Step back into your plank. Slide forward. Lower chaturanga. Slide into your up dog. And let's meet in our down dog. Pedal it out and find your stillness. Inhaling your leg closest to me, 3-legged dog. Reach, find that length, and then draw to the outside of your hand, preparing for lizard pose. Option to stay just as we are. Or you can release your back knee. Perhaps you'd like to come down onto your forearms. Just find the lizard of your choice. I like to come onto the outer edge of my front foot, allowing my knee and hip to open more. You find the lizard that works for you. If you're on your forearms, your back and head are in a beautiful straight line. You can draw your back leg more towards your midline. Just allowing that hip to open. A few breaths here. Find your stillness, allowing your Vata to calm, your breath to calm. Walking your hands under your shoulders, come up onto your hands and take your hand closest to me, drawing your back leg towards your bottom. Once again, roll that top shoulder back. Make space for your heart, space for your lungs, so that the air is able to flow freely throughout your body. And release. Bring your palm back to the mat, curl your back toes, step back into your plank, slide forward, lower chaturanga, slide into our up dog, and we meet in our down dog. Deep breaths, find your stillness. Belly scooped in and up, thighs are reaching for the back wall. Inhaling your leg furthest from me, three-legged dog. Extend, lengthen, reach, and then draw it all the way to the outside of your hand, taking lizard to the opposite side. Once again, totally your call. We perhaps can stay as you are, or you can lower down and perhaps come onto your forearms or a block if you have one handy. Breathing to that hip, back leg. It's veering towards the midline of your body. Head and back are in a straight line. And we just find our stillness. Breathing into our hip area, groin area. When you feel ready, walk your hands under your shoulders to support you as you come upright. Inhaling your arm furthest from me towards the ceiling, reaching it around, taking hold of the top of your back foot. Top shoulders roll back. If your hand doesn't meet the foot, just enjoy the twist. Always just allowing our body to take us where it would like to go. Never forcing. And release. Palm to the mat, curl your back toes, return to your down dog. Inhaling your leg furthest from me, three-legged dog. Step it through, plant it between your hand. Now pivot both feet so we're on the long edge of our mat, finding our wide angle forward fold. Allow your head to hang heavy. It's fine if there's a slight bend in your knees. Take a breath here. And when you're ready, begin to walk your hands out in front of you. Perhaps even tenting your fingers, finding that length in your spine, pushing your hips towards the wall behind you. We lengthen through our torso. Find your stillness and then slide your hands back. Head comes closer and closer to the mat. Bring our hands to our hips. From your hips, engaging your core muscles, come all the way to a standing upright position. And just feel that energy flowing all the way down. Inhaling our arms up, we step to center. Preparing for eagle, We've done the eagle arms. Our whole practice today is about eagle, finding that air so that we're able to soar. Coming down into your chair, hips slide back, bring your arms into eagle arms, and inhale your leg up and over. Drawing your elbows away from your shoulders, just find your eagle. Garandasana. And release. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. When you're ready, let's take it to the opposite side. Sliding your hips back, finding your chair. Bring your opposite arm underneath. Elbows draw away from you, fingertips reach for the ceiling. And only when you're ready, finding your breath, finding your balance, we come into eagle on the opposite side. And release. Inhaling our arms up, sliding your hips back as far as you can. Come down into a toast stand. Once again, just find your breath, find your balance. And when you're ready, knees, tops of your feet, come to the mat. You may want to slide back a little bit so that you're on your mat, either using blocks on either side, or your fingertips can be on the mat. Inhale your knees up. Let's just stretch out the fronts of our feet. Just a moment or two here. And release. Slide your hips, slide your feet from under your hips, I should say. Legs come out in front of you and take your legs wide. If you have a blanket nearby, it sometimes really helps just to sit on the very edge of your blanket. Your sits bones are right on the edge of your blanket. Spreading our legs wide, flexing our feet, spreading our toes. Perhaps this is already enough of an inner seam stretch for you. Feel more than welcome to stay as we are. Find the length in your back. Or if you wish, keeping your sternum lifted, begin to hinge forward. You can bring your hands around to wherever you might feel most comfortable. You can hold your feet. You can bring your forearms to your mat. Only go to the point where you're able to maintain a straight back as you continue to hinge forward. Working on keeping your sternum lifted. Feet are flexed. And just hold for a breath or two. Remember, you never have to do yoga, you just have to be yoga. Yoga is a union of the body and mind and consciousness. So just enjoy whatever poses you're doing. And release. Sliding your hands towards your torso, stacking your spine, come back upright. Draw your foot into your thigh. Preparing for Evolved Jhana Shavasana. Take hold of your foot wherever you're most comfortable. If you wish, you can stay with both legs out. Do whichever best suits your body. Take hold of your foot. Maybe use your elbow to prop yourself. And then when you're ready, inhale that arm up. Find the length through your side body. Maybe you'd like to take your hand behind your head, or maybe you'd like to take it all the way over. Almost turn your chest up to face the ceiling. Few deep breaths here. Keeping our feet nice and flexed, legs are engaged. And when you're ready, release. Draw your arm up and gently make your way back up to center, taking it to the opposite side. You You can draw your thigh, your foot into your shin if you want, or you can stay with your legs in a V. Take hold of your foot, maybe anchor your forearm into your shin. Find your extension. Perhaps bend your arm, or maybe take it all the way over, almost pivoting your chest towards that ceiling, keeping the space in your chest. Nice deep breaths. Making whatever adjustments you need to. And when you feel ready to release, inhale your top arm up and just gently come back up to center, drawing the soles of your feet together, coming into Vata Konasana, butterfly, also known as cobbler's pose. Find the length in your back. Inhaling, arms up. Once again, we're going to hinge from our hips. Hinge all the way forward. Taking hold of your feet, maybe bringing your forehead to your feet. Keep on hinging from the hips. If you like, you can come into modified tortoise by sliding your arms under your shins and then bring your head to your feet. Another breath or two here. And then gently release. Hands come from under our shins. Draw both legs together. Coming into Matsyendrasana, cross your legs. Inhaling your opposite arm to leg, finding your length. Drape it around your leg. Finding your length on the inhale. We twist on the exhale. Lengthen and twist. Twice more. Lengthen and twist. Final time. Lengthen and twist. Gently coming back to center. We're going to come into Gomukhasana or cow face. Inhale, opposite arm to leg. Bending your elbow so your palm faces the wall behind you. Reach your arm behind your back and allow your hands to take hold of each other. If your hands don't reach, hold your t-shirt, or perhaps if you have a strap handy, reaching your elbows in opposite directions, broadening through your chest. Lots of shoulder openers today, creating lots of space in our chest and upper body. Deep, deep, deep breaths. And gently release. Taking it to the opposite side. Bring your leg over. You can always extend your bottom knee if this is tough on your knees. Inhaling your arm up. We find our length as we wrap it around our leg. We lengthen and we twist. We lengthen on the inhale, twisting on the exhale. Twice more, lengthen and twist. Final time, lengthen and twist. Gently returning to center. Coming to Gomukhasana or cow face. Inhale your arm up. Bend at the elbow so your palm faces behind you. Reach your arm around. Bend at the elbow so your elbow to hold hands. Broaden through your chest. Reaching your elbows in opposite directions. Gomukhasana, cow face. Just finding your stillness. And gently release. Bringing our feet out in front of you. Turn to face the long end of your mat And we're going to come into Navasana, we're going to come into bird pose. Find the length through your spine, shoulders are rolled back, navel's hugged in towards our belly. And when you're ready, inhale your legs up to 9. And when you're ready, inhale your legs up to 90 degrees. Roll your shoulders back and down. On the inhale, lengthen. On the exhale, contract everything towards each other. Lengthen and draw it in. Lengthen and draw in. Lengthen for 4 and draw in for 5. Lengthen and draw in. Lengthen and in. Lengthen and in. Find your boat. Preparing for boat, holding on to the back of your thighs. Roll your shoulders back and down. Hug your navel in towards your belly. And only when you feel ready, inhale your legs up to a 90-degree angle. On the inhale, lengthen. On the exhale, draw in. Inhale and in. Inhale for 3 and in. Inhale and 4. Inhale and 5. Inhale, 6. Inhale, 7. Inhale, 8. Inhale, 9. Inhale and 10. Take hold of your big toes and extend your legs, Ubaya Padangasana, keeping your navel hugged towards your spine, straight back. Beautiful stretch and balance all in one. Ubaya Padangasana. And gently release. Taking hold of your shins, maybe scoot a bit forward. Taking note if you have enough space to gently roll all the way back down onto your back. Preparing for bridge, draw your feet towards your bottom. Once again, we're going to keep our core engaged. Pressing into the 4 edges of our feet. Inhale up into your bridge. Maybe you'd like to walk your heels closer towards your bottom. All the while taking your bridge higher and higher. Walk your shoulders under your back. Interlacing your fingers, perhaps you'd like to come up onto your toes. Keep on drawing that bridge higher and higher. We're going to pulse upwards for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, keep on squeezing or drawing those thighs towards each other. And 8 more pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last one. And release. Release your shoulders, back, hips, hands, and feet. Take your feet out to either edge of your mat. Coming into butterfly bridge. Inhale up into your bridge, taking your toes off the mat, pushing down into your heel. Draw your thighs towards each other and release. And in and release. In for 2, draw them close and release. In for 4 and release. 5 and release. 6 and release. 7 and release. Final 1 and release. All the way down to the ground. Draw your knees up towards your chest. Forward to your knees, rolling up like a ball. Just stretching it all out. Few deep breaths up. Just finding your breath. Releasing your head and shoulders to the mat. Inhale your legs all the way up. Waterfall. Notice if you can feel that fire in your belly. Just hold for a few moments. And then we're going to, for a slow count of 30, we're going to release our legs to the mat, keeping your navel hugged in towards your spine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold here for a breath or two. Let's begin our next 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold for a breath or two. Last 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and release all the way down. Deep breaths, stretch it out. Draw your leg furthest from me, clasp under that knee and draw towards your armpit. Nice stretch, reaching your legs in opposite directions, massaging your belly. Deep, deep, deep breaths. This pose is great for digestion. And switch sides. Drawing both legs up towards your chest. Inhale both legs back into waterfall, arms come out to either side. Continuing with our theme of eagle today. Take your right leg, wrap it around your left, eagle legs, Garandasana legs. Think of that air, think of the Vata. Allow your legs to drape over towards your left side as you look over your right shoulder. Deep breaths. If you give your body enough time, your knees will come all the way to the floor. Just allow your body to let go. Returning to center, unravel your legs, inhaling them up, taking to the opposite side. We're going to take our left leg, wrap it around our right, our legs straight towards the right as we look over our left shoulder. Shoulders are flat, just breathe, just give your body enough time. And return to center. Giving ourselves a tight squeeze, showing our body love, showing appreciation to our body for all it does for us. And only when you feel ready, make your way into your favorite form of Shavasana. Just allow your legs to drape open, your shoulders to flatten into the mat. Close your eyes. Allow all your facial muscles to soften. your neck muscles, your belly. Feel your thighs soften. And right from the crown of your head, imagine this beautiful light flowing through you, washing away any unease, replacing it with feelings of rejuvenation, nurturing, and calmness. Allow yourself as much time as you wish in Shavasana. I'll leave you all now. I just would like you to thank you for sharing your practice. And until we all meet again, may our thoughts be kind, our words gentle, and our hearts only full of love.